Andrew, I appreciate you. I'm over here talking to myself, man. Thank you. As I was saying, for those of you who are in the States right now, I know it's early morning for you, and congratulations, you're able to wake up and watch a little bit of boxing. If you're over on my side of the world, which is Asia, so it's not too bad. It is 6:30 p.m. over here in Thailand, which I believe it's about almost 8:30 in Tokyo at night. So not too bad if you're on this side of the world. But nonetheless, like I said, I'm going to commentate live. I will score the fight live. And afterwards, I'll give my post-fight thoughts. I might open the panel up for anybody that wants to come in and talk about the fight. I didn't give an official prediction of this fight. It's not a huge fight. I mean, it's good in the sense that Triple G is, coming back from, I'm not sure how many months, like 12, 13, 14 months layoff or whatever it is. And I know that at one point he was trying to put himself in a position to get the Canelo fight, but that didn't happen. So here he is, fighting a guy who I feel like is pretty tough in Ryota. Murata. I think this is some pretty stiff competition. And just looking at it at a glance, not really dissecting it piece by piece, I think Triple G should win this one. I think that he should be able to pull it out. I think I'm leaning towards a possible late stoppage, possibly going 12, but a clear decision. I don't know why I have a feeling that this may go similar to what Triple G and David Lemieux went, except I think Murata is going to give a little bit of a more of a fight. And I know a lot of people are talking about, oh well, Triple G, he's 40 years old, like he's not the same. That's true. I don't think he has the engine that he once had, but he definitely has the expertise. He has the experience. He's probably going to fight a little bit different compared to, when he was 33, 34. I think he's going to be a little bit more conservative. But, the thing about age is the power remains, right? That's the last thing that you lose is your punching power. So that's going to be there. And, we'll see if that will be a factor or not in regards to him having to use his power. So for those of you who are currently listening, I appreciate you. Make sure you hit that like button because every like matters. It lets the people know that we're in here having a boxing conversation, and I appreciate you immensely. According to my stream, it looks like they're doing a little bit of pre-fight talk and whatnot, and a little bit of fight buildup. I think the co-main event ended relatively quickly, so they have some time to burn to talk about the fight. I also have a poll going up here in the chat, so make sure that you vote in that poll. So far, we got, it's 50% people saying Murata by decision, and that's quite interesting because I wouldn't expect Murata. I think if Murata wins, I think he, you know what? Now that I think about it, I can see that. I can see, Murata, if he wins, it can be a decision. Maybe he outworks him. Maybe he wins enough rounds to get the nod. It's in Japan, home crowd. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I don't think he's going to stop Triple G. I think Triple G is just too tough, man. He's way too tough, even at 40. Uh, he can be like a George Foreman at 40. He's just too tough to stop. But you can outpoint him. You can possibly outwork him, and especially being in your hometown. So I don't know, guys. I mean, this is a fight that I believe could go 12, definitely. But if I was leaning one way or the other, I would say Triple G is going to win by a late stoppage, maybe like round 8 or 9, maybe 10. But if not, then Murata might do enough to put early rounds in the bank. Might be a fight, especially given Triple G's age, where, he may start really slow, because he's trying to be conservative, doesn't want to blow himself out early, and he may give up 4 or 5 rounds early, just being outworked, not necessarily being in trouble, but just simply being outworked. And if that's the case, then Triple G is going to have to play catch up, and that's a tough position to be in, being in an environment where people want to see you lose, right? They're going for their hometown man. So that's how I'm kind of just brainstorming that. Looks like Triple G by decision went up slightly. We got 40% to 40% now. Now it's looked like they're doing some highlights. If you're not watching and you're just listening to my commentating, maybe you're at work, maybe you're getting ready for work, maybe you're just waking up, whatever the case may be, and you're listening to my commentating, well, I appreciate you. From what I see here, they're just doing some some highlight reels. I think the main event is coming up next. It should be. I believe it is approximately 8:30 at night in Tokyo. So I think we're inching closer to the main event starting. If you're just dropping in. I appreciate you. Make sure you hit that like button, get the likes up, let the people know we're in here talking boxing. And right now, we're just looking at some Triple G highlights. In particular, I'm not quite sure who this is as they're rolling this fight highlight reel, I guess you can say. Don't mind me, guys. I'm still waiting for a few more people to filter in here. I know it's super early in the states right now. If you're on the West Coast, I believe it's like 5:30 in the morning. So very tough to get up and watch a fight like this. If you're on the East Coast, it might be a slightly better. Might be around 7:30 in the morning. So I'm not expecting a massive crowd, but hopefully we get a decent amount of boxing fans up in here, and then I'm expecting a lot of people to come and watch afterwards. So now they're showing some highlights of Murata. It's kind of like got like a punching and chopping style. You know that I mean that might be something that could work in his favor against a guy like Triple G. I think sometimes Triple G is so appreciated. As far as being a boxer, like Triple G can box. A lot of people don't give him credit for that. The man can box. So when you get in the ring with them, I think people are a little bit hesitant. They feel like they're in a situation where they got to like box the boxer puncher who is Triple G, right? But maybe you just need to be tough and just come at him and just chop at him, um, try to land something, get him, covering up, force him to stay on the back foot and try to counterpunch you. But, we've seen a few fighters in the past try to do that. Doesn't always work. If I go silent just for a bit, it's just me watching the highlights here, waiting for this main event to kick off. And they're interviewing Gabriel Rosado now. He got his eye busted up in that fight against Triple G. It was pretty ugly. Yo, if you're just stopping by, I appreciate you, man. Hit that like button, get comfortable, put your feet up, man. We're about to do some live commentating on this fight. You guys know how I do. If you've been a subscriber for a while, you guys know how I do, man. I'll be commentating punch by punch. I'll be scoring the fight live. And they're just doing a little bit of a build up here, a little bit of a prelude to the main event. The main event is coming up next if you're just joining. The main event is coming up next. Probably, I don't know, maybe another 15 minutes or something like that. Ryan, bro, what's up, man? Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good, man. Hey, I see a lot of people predicting, Murata to pull the upset. We're gonna see. I see the poll in the chat is all split. It's 25% for all four options. But as people start to, more come in here more and more, it's going to get interesting. And normally I stop the poll right at the point where the referee says, you know, protect yourself at all times and ding ding. And then I end the poll. So make sure you get your vote in there before I end it. I know in the States it's really early right now. If you're on the West Coast, it's super early. If you're on the East Coast, it's probably about 7:30 in the morning or so, something like that. I don't know where you're at, Ryan, but where I'm at, it's pretty decent time to watch some boxing. I ain't gonna lie. This is a very rare occasion for me because normally I have to, get up early in the morning, my side, like 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. And with that being said, I will be commentating the Ryan Garcia fight tomorrow as well, which will be tomorrow morning for me. $7:30, yeah. Yeah, so you're about an hour ahead of me. I believe Tokyo is another hour, so I think Tokyo is 8:30. And originally when I looked it up, they said that the main event will be around 8:30, so it should be any minute now. Jaden Burney, what's good, bro? What's up, Logic? I appreciate you stopping by tonight, or maybe the morning for you. This is gonna be interesting. It's definitely gonna be interesting. I think that I was saying earlier, if you just joined, TS Boxing was good. If you just join it now, like for me, I feel you can't underestimate experience, right? We know that in boxing, if you watch it long enough, the last thing that goes is your power. And well, your experience never goes, even if you're 70 years old. We saw Jake LaMotta doing shadow boxing when he was 80, right? But for sure, the power can go into your 40s and 50s, no problem, right? But it's the engine, right? It's the durability, it's your punch resistance, it's your reflexes, it's these things that happen when you get a little bit older. And I think a lot of us will be looking for that early, right? And we know that Murata, he's like a I call him a chopper, right? He chops down on his punches. He's durable, he's tough, and he could take it to Triple G and put Triple G on the back foot and force Triple G to use those reflexes that may have slowed down, because if Murata does come on that front foot, Triple G is going to have to slip, duck, and counter, and be solid. And I was saying earlier as well that Triple G, I have a feeling, I don't know why, but I feel like he's going to start really slow. I think he's going to be conservative. I think he doesn't want to blow himself out throwing big power shots to try to stop, a guy who's younger than him, who is in his hometown, and is definitely going to be fired up, right? So if he gives up too many early rounds, this could easily go to a decision in Tokyo, and Murata's going to get the nod, right? So that's definitely a possibility. Definitely a possibility, but we're gonna see. If you guys are just joining, the main event is just minutes away. If you're watching the fight live, you can probably see that they're doing a little bit of prelude, a little bit of a build up, waiting for the ring walks, interviewing Triple G, interviewing. Well, actually, they haven't interviewed Murata yet. Surprisingly, it's all been about Triple G the past 5 or 10 minutes. So that's what we're looking at here. So we probably got another 5 to 15 minutes before the ring walks happen. If you're here, make sure you guys hit that like button, man. Every like means a lot. It helps with the algorithm, lets people know that we're actually in here chopping it up, looking at boxing, talking about boxing. And so make sure you hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, I appreciate you as well. Go ahead and subscribe, stay a part of the conversation. I will be commentating live and scoring live. For those of you who have watched my live commentaries before, you guys know what I do out here, man. Ryan, yeah, I saw a lot of people commenting about his outfit looking like a mitten that you would wear to pull something out of the oven. It's like I don't know. I don't know, man. Maybe it's a publicity stunt, or maybe he's at a stage in his life where he doesn't care. Because if you guys remember in the past, right, Triple G has always dressed up decently, right? He's wore suits before. He's come out a little bit flashy before, looking nice, and yeah. So it's kind of out of the ordinary. Hamza Z, what's up, bro? I appreciate you stopping by this morning. I know if you're on the West Coast, it's super early, so I don't expect too many people to jump in here live for the people on the West Coast. And if you are on the West Coast tuning in, man, you are a warrior and you really love boxing. Mike Biggs in the building was good, man. I appreciate you as well. I don't know how my man Hamza, you haven't got that wrench yet, bro. I'm gonna have to wrench you up, man. You've showed a lot of uh, loyalty and respect to the channel, and I've been seeing you in the chat, bro. I appreciate you. So congratulations, you are now wrenched up. Every once in a while, there might be a little bit of a silence because I'm watching the chat and I'm watching like three different screens at one time. That's why you guys see sometimes I look down because I'm watching the fight. I got to check the chat, got to check the stream. And so, yeah, just to let you know. Now, it looks like the buildup is still going as we're waiting for the ring walks. If you guys haven't hit that like button, make sure you do that. Should be the first thing you do is hit the like button, put your feet up, and get comfortable. If you're not watching the fight live, let me know in the chat because I do commentate a little bit differently. If the vast majority of people are watching the fight, then I commentate differently. But if there's a decent amount of people who are not watching it and they're relying on my commentary, then I got to do my play by play, aka punch by punch, a little bit differently. So just let me know in the chat whether you're watching or not watching. Yeah, Hamza. Yeah, you a member too, bro. Respect. A lot of fight buildup, man. A lot of fight buildup, especially for Triple G. They haven't spoken about Murata at all, which, I mean, I get it. Triple G's the name, right? So basically, I'm assuming that. Well, actually, I'm not assuming because I don't know how big Murata is in Japan. But you got a name like Triple G on the card, especially main event. You're gonna sell some tickets, man. So they're definitely, well, DAZN anyway is making this about Triple G so far from what I see, leading up to this ring walk, which is going on like way too long in my opinion. I know the co-main event ended a little bit early. It was scheduled for 12. I didn't see the exact round that it ended, but I think it ended like maybe like 7 or 8. So when that happens, usually they have this long prelude leading up to the ring walks and shit, and we just got to bear through it. They're showing Triple G watching his fights against him and Canelo. I'm sure he feels like he won both fights, probably. If you guys are just dropping in, man, don't forget to hit that like button. Let the people know we are in here chopping it up about boxing. Yeah, my man Mike Biggs got that zone going. Yeah, same for me as well. And hopefully it stays stable. I think the ring walks are creeping closer, man. I know I keep saying that the past 15 minutes, but it's coming, man. It's coming. I can feel it. I can feel it. The ring walk's coming soon. If you guys hear some silence, don't worry. I'm here. I'm just making sure that my stream and everything is stable. Looks like they're doing some build up to the Ryan Garcia fight. And by the way, I will be commentating tomorrow for the Ryan Garcia fight. Well, it's tomorrow morning for me anyway. Sunday morning for me. So I'll be live commentating on that fight as well. There's a lot of people thinking that because of Ryan Garcia's layoff that he's about to get smacked too. So this will be interesting. We basically got two fights back to back where two guys coming back from layoffs where there are a certain amount of people that feel like there's going to be some upsets. So that's why I wanted to commentate. It's not a huge fight for me. Normally, when I take time out of my night or my day, it's like big fights. I don't really do, fights like this. But because the possibility of an upset, like I want to be here to witness it live. You know what I mean? And I want to give you guys my live reaction for that possibility. I mean, there's a very strong possibility that Triple G and Ryan Garcia might get smacked up. So I want to be here for that. Yeah, Mike, no doubt. It's a crazy month. It's a crazy month for boxing. We got this fight, then we got the Ryan Garcia fight, and then of course we got Errol Spence and Ugas, and I'm going to be commentating on that shit live. And FYI, if you guys haven't seen my keys to victory, I got a video up on my channel right now. As a matter of fact, as we're waiting for these ring walks, that's something that you can do if you want. It's a 10-minute video, but I have a video on my channel breaking down the keys to victory of the Spence Ugas fight. I recommend, if you like styles, if you like to see dissection of boxing, the sweet science, then I recommend you guys go check that video out. Either tonight, tomorrow, whenever the case may be, but definitely before the fight starts, because if you're on the fence on that fight, man, it's something that you definitely want to check out. Don't forget to vote in the poll as well, guys. We got a poll going live. Let the people know what you think about it. Right now, we have a tie in the poll. Triple G and Murata winning by decision. Triple G winning by KO and Murata winning by decision. So very interesting poll so far. Let's see how it unfolds as more people start to come in here. Lance, what's up, bro? Thanks for dropping by, man. Is it early morning or is it nighttime for you, Lance? If you guys are just joining or you're chilling, waiting, listening, it looks like we're still waiting for the ring walks. The co-main event finished a little bit early. So it looks like they've pushed the main event up a little bit. I thought it would be starting already. I think it was announced by DAZN that it would be 8:30 p.m. Tokyo time, which is basically 15 minutes ago. But anyway, it hasn't happened yet, so we're still here waiting. But I think we're getting pretty close. And I might be a little bit behind you guys. I got the tail of the tape here. 40 years old and 36 years old. Murata has the reach advantage. He also has a massive reach advantage. He's got a decent height advantage, and they both weigh 160. Wow. Okay, shit. I didn't know it was that much. He's literally got 12 inches. 12-inch reach advantage for Murata. That is crazy. I haven't dissected this fight, man. I haven't looked into it really that much. But damn. 12-inch reach advantage for Murata and 4 inches taller. This will be interesting. I'm going to see what Triple G can do with a guy so much longer and taller than him, 4 years younger and 40 years old. So that's crazy. I might be a little bit behind you guys, man. So it's always like this because the latency of YouTube. I can be up to 30 seconds behind. So try not to, spoil the chat if you can. I know we get excited sometimes especially when big things happen, but there are people listening that cannot watch it. You know what I'm saying? There are literally people watching and listening to my commentating because they can't watch the fight. So keep those people in mind. Yeah. Mike, I got it. Murata's walking out now. If you're just joining, Murata is walking out now to get this fight started. If you're just stepping in through the door, don't forget to hit that like button. Let the people know you dropped by. Show that love. Also, vote in the poll before you bounce up out of here. There may be some other channels going live. I don't know, man. But if you do decide to stop by, hit that like button, vote in the poll. And I'd love for you to just kick it. You know what I mean? Just kick it, man. That's what's up. This is a long ass ring walk. See, that's the thing. Fights in Japan, right? I remember when I used to watch. What did they have? Was it one? Was it the one or whatever like kickboxing championship they had back in the day? They have these like WWE type like ring entrances and shit. And sometimes it just takes forever. It's just like, damn. It's like get on with it. But you're kind of seeing it here with Murata. But they love it in Japan, man. They love the big entrances. They love the flashy shit. They love build up. I lived in Tokyo for a couple of years. I went to a few wrestling matches, a couple boxing matches, and they love it out there. They absolutely love it. And y'all ever make it into Tokyo, man? You got to go to a sumo match once in your life. You got to go to a sumo match. That shit's legit. If you're just stepping in, man, don't forget to hit that like button, man. Vote in the poll. If you're just joining, Murata just entered the ring, and so we're going to see Triple G enter here momentarily, and we're going to get this fight started. I will be commentating live, punch by punch, and like I was saying earlier, I might be a little bit behind. If you're watching this fight, it could be a little bit behind, all right? But with that being said, I will also be scoring the fight round to round, letting you guys know how I see the scoring. And for some reason, I got Spanish commentary, and I don't know what the hell's going on. Maybe it's just me, but whatever. I don't really listen to the commentating that much anyways. I have it in like one ear just in case, like if I'm going back and forth between screens. But other than that, I don't really listen to it. But yeah, it's Spanish for some reason. The number one grinder was good, bro. I appreciate you stopping by, man. Good morning to you. It's super early stateside. That's for damn sure. Respect to you. It just shows that you really love boxing, man. Like my man Mike Biggs. Man, he loves boxing. This dude never misses a fight. Respect to everybody getting up early to watch this shit. All right, Triple G making his way into the ring. If you're just joining, Triple G is making his way in. We're getting closer. And get my scorecard ready. I'm old school. Pen, paper, old school shit right here. Ryota, the prophet, making an appearance. What's up, bro? I appreciate you, man. Make sure you get that like button popping, and make sure you get your vote in the poll, guys. Guys, soon as the referee breaks the fighters and says, "Protect yourself at all times, obey my commands at all times," I'm ending the poll. So make sure you vote in the poll. Let the people know what you think, how this fight will end. Yeah, the poll's in the chat. The poll's in the chat. It looks like Triple G by KO is slightly ahead by a couple percent. We got national anthems playing right now. If you're just joining, we got national anthems playing. I know some of you guys are not able to watch the fight live. I appreciate you listening to my commentary this morning if you're in the States, or tonight if you're on my side of the world. It means a lot to me. Thank you. And I know a lot of you guys like to mute. You watch the fight, you mute the fight, and then you listen to me. That's also cool too, man. I appreciate that. Just make sure you hit that like button when you come in. First things first, wipe your feet, hit that like button, put your feet up, get comfortable, and let's get to this boxing. All right, my scorecard is ready. If you're just jumping in, we got the national anthems on my stream. Just finishing up Triple G's national anthem, and then they're going to do the Japanese national anthem, I would assume, and then we get this fight popping. If you guys don't know, man, I was saying earlier about the tail of the tape. Murata's got a 12-inch reach advantage. Yes, 12. 12. That's crazy. Like, that's almost unheard of. So I don't know how accurate that shit is, man, but the dude's got like 193-inch reach. That's crazy. If you're not watching, Triple G's got white trunks with gold trim, gold Triple G across his trunks. Murata's got kind of like a dark navy blue with white. Mangus Allen, what's good, bro? I appreciate you, Mangus, man. I appreciate you, bro. Jaden Bernie, yes, sir. I will. I will be letting you know how I see it, man. Definitely. Guys, like button, vote in the poll, share the video to friends, family, whoever loves boxing. Say, hey, my boy Divine, he be commentating these fights. It's just dope. Check him out. Send it on your Twitter and your Facebook and your IG right now. For the people that are awake. Nitty G in the building, my man waking up, getting his coffee. Ryota, the prophet, man, I appreciate you, man, in the super chat there. This will be interesting. Absolutely. I mean, I haven't dissected this fight. I haven't talked about this fight much. And I just literally came on here to commentate live because I was thinking, I don't know, man. I can't miss an opportunity of commentating a live upset. You know what I mean? Like, I just got to do it. So we're going to see. But I appreciate you, Ryota, man. My man out here put in that super chat to kick things off. Aladdin Saddam, what's good, bro? Always good to see you in the chat, man. Always good to see you up in here. Yeah, let's get it. I'll be scoring the fight live, man, round by round. For those who can't watch, I'll do my very best to let you know how I see it. They're introducing Triple G at the moment on my stream, and we're all streaming it a little bit differently. So I could be behind you. Just keep that in mind. I could be behind you. This guy's got some like go-go gadget arms, bro. 193-inch reach. 193 like centimeters, I think, or whatever it is. I think it's like centimeters. Not obviously not inches, but it's crazy. Crazy long. And we're going to see if that's going to play a factor in here. Round one's just about to begin. Referee giving instructions. Get that like button. I'm about to end the poll right now. So far in the poll, 40% says Triple G is going to win by KO or TKO, some type of stoppage. All right, the people have spoken. I'm ending the poll. And let's get it. All right, round one begins. Both are orthodox. Triple G starts with a jab. Pretty strong jab, I feel like. Triple G stepping into that jab, but, he's always had a very good jab. Oh, nice jab by Triple G again. Triple G really steps into the jab very nicely. Murata just keeping his hands up. Murata throws two right hands. Triple G blocks it nicely. Remember what I told you guys. Triple G's got the experience. I mean, he's got vastly more experience than Murata. You cannot underestimate that. You cannot. Nice looping left hook by Triple G there. Oh, nice body shot by Murata. Got a nice left hook in there. You can see he's not having any trouble finding range against Triple G because he's got that massive long reach. But can he hurt Triple G? And Triple G is so far blocking it very nicely. You see Triple G, I think he's willing to cut off that range and get on the inside a little bit, throwing some hooks. I don't really see anybody loading up yet too much, not too many power shots yet. But Triple G is the type of guy, he feels you out. He looks in great shape for 40 years old. I have to give him that credit. If you're coming in, man, I appreciate you. Make sure you hit that like button. Get the likes all the way up. Get the likes all the way up, people. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, stay a part of the conversation. I got about 50 seconds left in the first round. I feel like, Triple G, he's technically more sound so far. Looks smooth. He's a veteran, right? He knows what he's doing in there. He's got a lot of experience, and it's showing in the first round. I see Murata reaching a little bit already, which he doesn't really need to do. I mean, he should be able to use his feet just a little bit and get that long reach in there. And his jab is not as strong as Triple G's, but he looks like he's happy with trying to get a right hand in there. I'm not 100% sure of Murata's story, but I think he's 36 years old and he only has like 20 fights. He may have started a little bit late, but Triple G's been doing this for a long time. All right, that ends the first round on my stream. That's a pretty easy round for Triple G, in my opinion. I got it one round up for Triple G. Ryota the Prophet, man, thank you for letting the people know. We got nearly 40 people in the chat. Let's get it up to 40 likes. Let the people know we're in here loving boxing and talking about boxing. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button so you can comment in the live chat. You got to be subscribed to the channel. That filters out, the trolls and people who are just coming in to ruffle feathers and whatnot. It just filters out the real boxing fans. So go ahead and subscribe. Stay a part of the conversation. So if you're just joining, we're now going into round 2 on my stream. If you're watching and listening, I might be a little bit behind you, but we're about to go in round 2. I got Triple G up in the first round, 1-0. Round 2 now begins on my stream. Triple G starts off stepping in with a couple nice right uppercuts, one to the head, one to the body. Still pumping out the jab, looking nice. Can still, I feel like I see an experience difference so far, and this fight might come down to, how tough is Murata? He's going to be vastly outpointed, I think, experience-wise. But if he's tough enough, he might challenge Triple G and take him to the deep waters if that's what people are betting on because of his age. Oh, nice combination by Triple G. Left hook to the body, comes up with a left hook to the head. Murata's, he's really relying on trying to load up on a right hand. His jab is nothing to praise, really. It's just a little flicking jab. And I feel like he's just doing that to just load up with the right hand. And, so far, Triple G's seeing it coming. He's keeping a high guard up, and he's blocking. And Triple G, he's blocking in different ways as well. He's blocking here. He's bringing the elbow out in front of him as well to block. But I see a little bit of redness, though, above Triple G's left eye, or his left side of his forehead, rather. And that could be a couple of those right hands getting in there. Murata's definitely doing better in this round. He's got a couple right hands in there. He's more aggressive. Triple G is not doing nearly as much. He started the round off good, but he's taken off like 30 seconds. He needs to win this last minute for me to give him a chance to win this round. Oh, nice. Oh, nice counter right hand by Murata, but then Triple G comes right back with the left hook. So I feel like the power punches are coming in a little bit now. I feel like Triple G here in the last 30 seconds or so is kind of evening out the round a little bit. He won early. He's winning at the end, but Murata got the middle part of that round. Last 20 seconds on my stream. I like the Murata. I like he's pressuring and he's chopping away. It's not magnificently, effective. Nice 3-punch combination by Triple G, but I only think one really got in clean. A lot of 1-2s by Murata. That's like his MO, man. He's 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, and occasionally he might go to the body. I'm going to give Murata the benefit of the doubt on that round. I don't think he won by an extensive amount, but I like his aggression. I like that he understands that he lost that first round. He comes back and tries to win that second round. So I have it even, 1-1 on my scorecard. If you're here chilling and you haven't hit that like button, then what's up? Make sure you scroll down, hit that like button, show love to the channel. I see you, Malik Odin. Dope channel. You're truly a pure heart. I feel it. Keep it coming. Divine Sense Boxing. Malik, I appreciate you immensely, bro. I love boxing, man. I love doing this. And for everybody in here showing love, I appreciate you as well. All right. We got 50 people in here. We should have 50 likes. I don't know how we don't. So get those likes up. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. We are now round 3. Triple G triples up with the left uppercut. Like literally tripled up. Boom, boom, boom. with the left uppercut. Now Triple G's going a little bit toe-to-toe now. I think Triple G knows that he lost that second round. It makes it a little bit tougher for Murata to get those shots in because he's got such long arms. We got a little bit of a fight on our hands here in the third round in the middle of the ring. They're banging it out a little bit. Murata loves those right hands. He just loves just scraping with the right hand constantly. Constantly just pawing out with the jab and just chopping down with the right hand. Most of the time to the head. Sometimes he goes downstairs. But Triple G, I love how Triple G just steps into his jab. It's just vicious. It's a weapon that just totally destroyed David Lemieux, I remember. The jab, just stepping into it, a little bit of a bazooka jab. A little bit of a slugfest here in the third round. I'm watching, intensely and carefully. Murata ain't scared, man. I give him that. You're going up against a guy who, probably going to be a future Hall of Famer. He's been in there against the best, and he's taking it to him, I got to give him that respect. I'm curious to see because sometimes Murata does throw shots wide. He opens up his shoulders a lot, and we'll see if Triple G, sees that and tries to catch it short, like a short punch, get it on the inside. A lot of inside fighting here in this third round. I can kind of see already. Ooh, nice right hand by Murata. Nice jab. Nice double jab by Triple G. Tough round to score. So far, Murata's, he's passing the test as far as durability and endurance. Third round almost over. I could be a little bit behind you guys, by the way, if you're watching. I could be behind. Oh, nice jab by Triple G. Snapped Murata's head back. Oh. Oh, there Murata gets some uppercuts in. Very nice. Oh, nice left hook to the body by Murata. Right hook to the body by Murata. Another looping right hand by Murata. Really closing this round out by Murata. And that ends the round 3. I'm going to give that to Murata again, guys. I feel like, he's aggressive. He's pressuring. He's, even if he's throwing 10 punches, he's getting at least 2 or 3 in there every time. And yes, Triple G's doing a nice job with the jab. He's got those fundamentals, right? He's a more experienced fighter. But I'm trying to give Murata the benefit of the doubt. I mean, he's really taking it to Triple G, and he's not showing any fear. And he is landing punches. He's definitely landing punches. It's not like he's just not throwing, or it's not like he's throwing and not landing anything. He is landing. And I just got to give him the slight edge in this round 2 and 3. Triple G in the beginning of the third, he came out aggressive. Tripled up with the left uppercut, pop, pop, pop. And I thought, oh, Murata just comes right back. So, this is interesting. This is interesting. I got it so far. 1 round to Triple G, 2 rounds to Murata going into round 4. My stream could be a little bit behind, and it probably is. So round 4 for me, Triple G once again comes out. Big right uppercut, left hook to the body. And he's done this now for 2 or 3 rounds. He comes out very aggressive, Triple G does. But he hasn't been able to sustain it, in my opinion, towards the end of the rounds, especially round 2 and 3. But he's starting this round 4 off very nicely. Triple G is. Jabbing nicely. I got him winning this first minute of the 4th round for sure for Triple G. Let's see. Ooh, steps in with a massive jab once again. Chopping right hand by Murata, but, I'm assuming that Triple G, you would think that he would catch on to that because Murata's not doing much other than just trying to land this looping right hand constantly. Apologize for that. Someone coming in. All right, so back on it here. About a minute 30 left on my stream here in the fourth round. Triple G starting to loop in punches now. He's starting to get some work in now. Triple G is. Murata comes back, but I have Triple G winning this round so far. It's not over yet. We got about a minute left here in the fourth, but Triple G has done better. I don't see him as sharp and as crisp as I've remembered him in the past. I will say that. But he is doing better in this round. I see a little bit of steam coming off Murata's punches a little bit. Oh, he gets a right hand in there though. Another right hand. This is where Triple G's got it. He's got a problem here. The last minute of these last two or three rounds, he finally comes back with the right hand, keeps pumping out the jab, back in the center of the ring. I think Triple G just needs to step up to him, get on the inside, and just work that body here these last 20 seconds to win. Solidify this round here. He's done well. Oh, nice. Oh, nice looping right hand by Triple G. Nice right uppercut by Triple G. This is what he needs to do to go ahead and win this round of round 4. And that is the end of round 4. I'm going to give that one to Triple G. So I've got an even fight now, guys. I've got an even fight. I got 2 rounds to 2. Getting ready for the 5th round. Yeah, raw data profit, no doubt, man. Free commentating. Makes the least you can do is hit that like button. It's free. If you do want to donate to the channel out of respect, then I do have a Cash App that you guys can send to if you feel more comfortable. And of course, Super Chats, man, I appreciate you. But nonetheless, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. Ding, 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 ding. Stay a part of the conversation so you can get into this live chat and comment and join these boxing fans in here. We're getting ready to go into the 5th round. All right. If you're not able to watch the fight, I am commentating live. That's why it says live. I'm commentating live, letting you guys know. All right. Here we go. Round number 5. Triple G comes out aggressive once again. Steps to him. He's done that for round 3, 4, and 5 now. Triple G has. But I feel like Triple G is not really loading up, though. I feel like he's putting in maybe 60 to 70%. He's not really putting all of behind. I don't know if that's strategy or he just doesn't have the power he used to. I don't know. I don't know. But it doesn't seem like he's really putting everything behind power shots. Oh, nice ripping left hook by Murata there. Right to the body. Murata doing a little bit better here in this 5th. Oh, nice right hand by Murata. Very nice as well. Triple G, I feel like that's where I see that 40 years old now and that ring rust, right? Not able to step back and get away from a right hand. And it's not like Murata has crazy hand speed, people. He doesn't have crazy hand speed. It's just that Triple G is just, I don't know. Like I know he sees these right hands because Murata has thrown them all night so far. Ooh, nice left hook by Triple G off the break, loading up a little bit. Triple G's got Murata close to the ropes, really putting big punches in now. Another left hook by Triple G. I think Triple G's a little bit upset of Murata pushing his head down on the break. And he came out of that break and just unloaded some big shots. Don't get it twisted, man. Both of these fighters are very tough. And let's not forget, even if Triple G has slowed down a bit, the dude is a veteran. He's been in wars. He knows how to dig deep. He knows little tricks to survive rounds. Last 40 seconds of the 5th round for me on my stream. I got Triple G up slightly in as far as winning this round. Let's see if he can close it. Oh, nice left hook to the body by Triple G. You can hear it. I can hear it through my headphones. Thudding body shot. Oh, nice right hand. I like the fact that Triple G's landing better in this fourth and fifth, but it doesn't seem like he can hurt Murata. I don't see or feel a lot of power behind these shots by Triple G, but he is landing, and it might be an accumulation here. But Murata looks game. He doesn't look hurt at all. Oh, nice right hand. Nice 1-2 by Triple G. And that ends the fifth round. And I give another round to Triple G there. I got him back-to-back rounds now, 4 and 5 to Triple G. We got 190 people in here. 190 people. All right, got the mic back, man. Thanks, guys. I can see the chat, man. I appreciate you. Oh, low blow by Murata there. So we got a couple little sneaky stuff. I don't think it's on purpose, but he's pushed Triple G's head down. He's low blowed him, probably incidentally, but nonetheless, it's getting a little bit chippy in there. Referee stops it here with about 2 minutes left in the sixth. I'm not sure if someone's mouthpiece came out. Triple G. Triple G throwing 5 punch combinations. Jab, left hook to the body, right uppercuts, jumping in with the left hook now. He's putting a little bit more power in between these combinations, I think. Murata just covering up. Oh, big power jab by Triple G. 2 jabs, 3 jabs by Triple G. Murata just covering up. Looping right hand, looping left hand by Triple G. Finally, Murata throws the right hand. Wow, big punch output by Triple G right there in the middle of the ring. Oh, 1-2 by Triple G. Murata comes back with the 1-2. Wow. Murata just lunges in with the left hook and completely off balance. I don't think that's like a punch that he's used to throwing. Triple G chopping away again. 3-punch combo. Double jab to the head. Triple jab to the head by Triple G. Murata cannot stop that jab, man. The dude is hard-headed. I'll give him that. He's just been taking crazy amount of jabs by Triple G. And of course, what does Murata do? He comes back with the right hand again. He's been doing it all night. And that's where I see a slight difference, a slight delay, a slight, sluggishness by Triple G that I'm not used to seeing. I know that he sees these right hands coming, and he just hasn't been able to get away from a lot of them. And really, it's a battle of the jab by Triple G and the right hand by Murata. There, finally, Triple G is able to step back and get away from that right hand. That's what he needs to do more of. Doubling up the jab again by Triple G. It just keeps pumping that jab into Murata's face. Murata has 0 head movement, people. 0 head movement. He just getting popped with the jab. I guess he's cool with it. Maybe he feels like he could come over that jab with the right hand. I feel like that's what he's looking for. And that is the end of the sixth. I got to give that to Triple G, man. I feel like he was effective with the jab. He was pumping it constantly. He had to have thrown at least 50 jabs in that round and landed at least half, if not more. So if you're landing 5 jabs to your opponent's 1 right hand, it doesn't matter what punch it is. You're outlanding your opponent. It is what it is. So I have Triple G up now. I've only given thus far Murata 2 rounds. I gave him the second and the third. Other than that, it's went to Triple G and getting ready for the 7th round now. Everybody that's in here, man, I appreciate you. Hopefully you guys have taken a slight moment to hit that like button. New to the channel, go ahead and subscribe so that way you can, participate in the live chat. You gotta subscribe to participate. You know what I mean? Because we want real boxing fans in here. All right, round 7. Here we go. Triple G comes out with the jab once again. I'm going to see if Murata can change something up instead of just coming, up and down in straight lines. I mean, Triple G just landing the jab all night, just landing the jab constantly. I mean, it's all on Murata's forehead. I guess. I mean, it's never a good thing, but I guess it's better than getting jabbed in the nose or in the eye. Kind of get tangled up on the inside a little bit there. Oh, nice little check left hook by Triple G. Just don't see the same pop behind Triple G's punches. He's still accurate. He's still technically sound, but I just don't see that same pop that he's had in the past, especially at 160. Oh, nice chopping right hand by Murata there, but he's getting out punched now. I feel like Murata's punching output has slowed down dramatically. Oh, big left hook by Triple G while Murata's on the ropes. Murata lunges back with the right hand, but to not much effect. Oh, chopping right hand by Triple G. Murata comes back with the right hand of his own. Another right hand by Murata. Oh, a nice right uppercut by Murata, followed up by a right hand by Murata. 4 punches landing in a row by Murata with that right hand. Very nice. Surprising that Triple G is just taking those right hands the way he has in this fight. Oh, left hook by Triple G. He's got Murata back on the ropes. Then Murata gets away from the ropes, but Triple G comes back with another left hook. Then a right hand. Partially blocked by Murata there. This round can go to anybody this last 40 seconds of the 7th. It's the battle of the jabs, left hooks by Triple G, and the right hand by Murata. Oh, nice right hand to the body by Murata. Triple G comes back with a left hook, pumping the jab again. Closing off the 7th round here. Murata loads up with the right hand, but Triple G ducked underneath it that time. Oh. Oh, both exchanged left hooks there. All right, that's the end of the 7th on my stream. I'm going to give that one to Murata. I feel like, in rounds 5 and 6, I gave Triple G the benefit of the doubt because he was very, very effective with the jab, was out punching Murata. But I'm going to lean back towards Murata's aggressiveness in that 7th round. I feel like he wanted to win that round. To me, he showed me that he wanted that round more than Triple G. So therefore, I'm going to give it to him. And I feel like Triple G took that round off a little bit, and I'm expecting him to come out a little bit stronger in the 8th if he has the energy. And I feel like that's kind of the trend that Triple G is doing. He's taking rounds off here and there and then doubling up or tripling up on rounds to gain points back. That's the strategy that I'm seeing by Triple G. What's up, Deanna? Triple G's 40 years old. I think he just turned 40. Just turned 40. Trick Box in the building. What's good, man? Yeah, no doubt, bro. Charmaine, bro. He's like Murata has zero head movement whatsoever. He's just getting slapped. He gets slapped in the face constantly by a jab. It's insane. But he's eating them. He just continues to eat them. And I don't see much. I want to say not much, but I don't see the same power, the same pop that I'm used to seeing from Triple G. Nice right hand by Murata on the inside. We are in the 8th round. If you're just joining, we are in round 8 now. Round 8 on my stream. I could be a little bit behind a lot of you guys that are watching live, but we are in round 8. It's a relatively close fight, but I do believe I have Triple G up by a couple rounds. He's very effective with the jab. I think he's out punching Murata for the most part. He's technically more sound, but Triple G is getting hit, especially with right hands. Murata is definitely still in the fight. He's definitely still in it. Oh, snaps Murata's head back with the big right hand. Murata on the ropes with zero head movement, doesn't clinch at all. He's getting Triple G loading up with right hands now. But Murata's taking him. Oh, another right hand by Triple G. Murata takes it again. I think Triple G should have went to the body there. He loaded up with like 3 big right hands. Looping left hook by Triple G, but then Murata comes with a nice little sneaky right uppercut. Murata is very right-handed, like very heavy-handed with the right hand. Like just the jab is almost non-existent. I mean, he throws it out there, but it's all about the right hand for Murata. Triple G motioning to Murata now, like, come on, let's go. Big drama show. He wants the big drama show. The man is 40 years old. About to end this round 8. And what I tell you guys, man, what did I tell you? Triple G took that 7th round off, and he came out here in the 8th and was way more aggressive. That is tactics, people. That is experience. Murata coming back a little bit, but most of it was blocked. Big right hand by Triple G and forces Murata to step back a couple steps. Murata just covering up, and here comes Triple G loading up with the right hand again. Murata throws his own right hand, throws 2 of them, but only lands 1. A little bit of a 1-2, mostly deflected, and then Triple G comes back, pop, pop, pop with the jab, straight to the face. Triple G's been doing that all night. Oh, some punches behind the head there by Murata. Wow. Triple G really just loaded up with the right hand, but Murata saw it coming and ducked underneath it. But that is the end of round 8. I'm going to give that one to Triple G. Triple G. If you guys dropped in earlier before the stream, most of you guys came in much later, but my prediction was this fight's going to go 12. That was my prediction. And I thought that, Triple G will do enough to win the fight. But, we're in Tokyo, people. Don't forget that. If this goes 12, don't forget we are in Tokyo. My man Teach in the building. What's good? We're nearly to 80 likes, guys. Get the likes all the way up. That should be the mission, is to get to 80 likes. Smash that like button. Let the people know you're in here talking boxing. And here we go. Round number 9. Oh, big right hand by Triple G to start the round 9. Oh, right hand to the body by Triple G. Murata's on the ropes, covering up. Here comes Triple G, chopping and chopping. Murata's still not covered. He's not tying up at all. He's getting hit with uppercuts now. Murata, he's a little bit staggered. Legs are a little bit weak, but he comes with the right hand to no avail. I can see the bruising by Murata's forehead now by all those jabs. I think Triple G knows that he's got him hurt. Referee warns Triple G of elbows. Triple G comes right back from the break and throws a big left hook. Right uppercut by Triple G. Murata finally comes back with the 1-2, but once again to no avail. Oh, almost got that right hand in there by Triple G. Just missed it. Just missed the chin. Chopping right hand by Triple G. Murata's back on the ropes again. Left hook. Double left hook by Triple G. Murata still on the ropes. Another left hook. Another right hand. Jab. Combo. Finally, Murata pushes Triple G off, but throws nothing. Triple G, big punch again. Murata still on the ropes. A minute and 30 seconds to go here in this 9th round. Triple jab by Triple G. Finally, Murata throws a right hand, but not much power to it. Oh, gets his head snapped back by a jab once again by Triple G. I've seen Murata's head get snapped back so many times in this fight by the jab by Triple G. Has no answer. It slows down a little bit back in the center of the ring. Triple G did put a lot of energy in there when Murata. Ooh, double right hand by Murata. This guy is tough. Murata's very, very tough. Another 1-2 by Murata. Now Triple G is backing up. But Triple G's. Ooh, counter right hand by Triple G. Down goes Murata. Down goes Murata. And I saw a towel be thrown in. Did they throw the towel? Yes, they did. They threw in the towel. He got hit with the shot, and he turned his body around. He went down. He probably could have got up. But people, he was getting jabbed like to an extreme amount. Like, I can't even put it into words how many times his head was snapped back by Triple G's jab. And now you can see his whole forehead is just swollen up by those jabs by Triple G. The corner throws in the towel in the 9th with about a minute left in the 9th. Wow. I got to give credit to Murata, man. I mean, the guy was getting beat up, and then he all of a sudden will just jump out with a right hand out of nowhere, try to throw a 1-2, and just, you got to admire the guy's heart, man. I mean, he was being outpointed. He had some early rounds where he did decently, but look, man, this is what I tell you. This is why you guys are subscribed to Divine Sense Boxing. I told you guys, man, you cannot underestimate experience. A lot of people were coming in here and saying that Murata was going to pull the upset, and I said, time out. I said, hit the brakes, time out. The man's 40, but the man's got double the amount of fights as this dude's got. He's been in there with some of the best fighters boxing has to offer. And you saw that tonight, the experience where he would take a round off and then explode the next round, right? That is tactic. That is experience. And that's what we just witnessed. Triple G by stoppage, 9th round. Murata's corner threw in the towel after a knockdown. I guess they felt like he took too much damage. I think he could have got up. He definitely could have got up, but he took a lot of shots, and he was damaged. He was definitely damaged. And it was going downhill very, very quickly. I mean, it's just kind of like the jab was crazy. The jab was crazy. I just kept seeing literally his head just constantly just boom, 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 boom. And he just had no head movement to slip underneath the jab. It just kept taking it and taking it and taking it. And that shit takes a toll, man. Those jabs like that, they take a toll. They're showing some highlights here. Murata definitely got some shots in, man. But, man, Triple G, I mean, I think another thing was a little bit of a demoralizing effect. I think Murata realized that Triple G was taking some of his best shots. And I think by round 7, 8, Murata realized that, like, there's levels to this. Well, respect to Charmaine, bro. Like, hey, a lot of people came in here, especially early of the live stream, and was saying, yo, Devon, I think Murata is gonna stop Triple G, this, that, and the third. And I said, look, man, you can't underestimate Triple G and his experience, his ability. The man's 40, but the man has that experience, that is something that you cannot underestimate. Little bit surprised they threw in the towel. I mean, a little bit. I mean, it's you know, I'm not upset about it. You know what I mean? I was enjoying, commentating the fight. Obviously, I wanted to kind of see if there would be, something more shocking where Murata would get one in or something like that. But I can see why they stopped it. I really do. I mean, the guy was taking some hellacious right hands. He was getting jabbed up for basically the past 4 rounds. Well, the whole fight basically, but most definitely the past 4 fights from round 6 to 9 at least. And so I understand the stoppage. Save the guy, live to fight another day. I appreciate you, bro, man. Jaden, thank you, man. This is why a lot of people jump in. This is why a lot of people come by. And for a lot of different reasons, some people can't watch the fight, so they rely on my commentary. Some people watch the fight and just mute it and listen to me, man. And I love doing this. Respect to everybody who came in and showed love and hit that like button. We're almost at 80. We're at 75, man. I was hoping to get up to 80 before I finish tonight. But what I'll do next is the number one grinder real talk, man. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you. What I'll do now, like, what I normally do is I will throw the link to the chat just in case there's anybody there that wants to jump in and give their thoughts about the fight. I'll leave it open, for about, I don't know, about 20 minutes or so. See if anybody wants to come in and chop it up with me a little bit before I get up out of here. But the whole objective was to, come on here and just see, hey, I'm not going to miss an opportunity of a big upset. Triple G's been out of the ring for a while, and there was definitely that possibility. There definitely was. So just wanted to make sure that I didn't miss that. So there's the link in the chat. If anybody wants to click that link, feel free to come on in and give your thoughts about the fight, how you saw it. Were you upset with the stoppage? Were you okay with the stoppage? Did you have a different scorecard than me? And speaking of scorecards, let's see here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. I gave Murata 3 out of 8 because the stoppage was at 9. Triple G was obviously winning that 9th round. Obviously he was taking over at that point, and got the knockdown. So without counting the 9th round, I gave Murata 3 out of the 8. So that's 5 rounds to 3 for Triple G. So, relatively close. I mean, it wasn't a blowout. Murata had some moments, but nonetheless, Stephen L. DeMac was good. I appreciate you. I'm not sure if you were here for the whole thing, but I appreciate you coming in. What's up, brother?
Good. How you feel? Good morning to you. Well, it's good morning over here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is early morning for you guys stateside.
Yeah. Great calling of the fight. Great call of the fight. But by listening to you, I think Murata, I think the one thing he did not go to the body with his left hand. I think if he would do that, he would slow Triple G down. I think he like while I was listening to you, I was thinking. I said he was going the right hand side, right hand, but the spirits of Triple G caught up to him. That's what I feel about it.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's nothing flashy by Murata at all. Displayed very limited defense.
Yeah.
Not much punch selection. It was literally throw out the jab a little bit and then line up a right hand, line up a right hand, line up a right hand. And he definitely got some of those in there, which is a little bit surprising because it's like when somebody's throwing the same punch over and over again, especially with somebody like Triple G and his pedigree, right? You would see that coming.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But I think that that's where the age is showing a little bit for Triple G
Mm-hmm.
because 5 years ago, he would just step back, you know,
Yes.
and that's what hurts aging fighters. It's the feet. The feet
Yeah.
don't move like they used to,
Hmm.
right? You can still
Hmm.
be strong. You can still punch hard. You got the IQ, but your feet just don't move like they used to.
Nah.
And I did see a little bit of that in this fight tonight. Um, my man Town in the building. What's good, Town? The links in the chat, Town. If you want to drop in real quick, bro, I'll drop it in one more time. If you're still in here, Town, man, come on in here and let us know what you think. Um, so yeah, I guess now the question is, what's next for Triple G? I see a lot of people in the chat saying, "Well, I guess it's Canelo." Well, I guess I get a Triple G and Canelo fight will always sell, regardless.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean, it's
true. Right.
always going to sell, right? But
Uh-huh.
Canelo does got a fight coming up. He does got a fight. And I
Yeah.
know most of us are all super confident. We're supremely confident that Canelo is going to win, which I don't have a problem with. But nonetheless, he does have a fight. Um, was this a tune-up for Triple G? Yeah, pretty much. You know,
Yeah.
and and I like the fact that Murata put on a good fight. I mean, he I think at some point he realized, wow, all right, there's levels to this. You know,
Yeah.
like I got
Yeah.
I got some shots in, but damn, he took them. Like damn, like I gave him some of my best shots, and Triple G just ate him, and then he came back pumping the jab out like nothing happened.
Yeah. I think what I was thinking right now. I was very surprised, brother, that in Mariah's camp, I thought that they probably just work on let's go to the body because he's aged, and that's a good point. What you talk about the footing, that the foot that I thought that you push him back with a straight with a strong jab, hooks to the body, mix up the punch a little bit, make him fight on his back foot and stuff. And I was very surprised they didn't implement any other training. But it goes to show they didn't. And like Triple G, as a Cajun veteran he is, he see the opening and he took advantage of it. I
Right.
feel the Mariah's camp, they have they had when they go back to camp, they have to put more in the arsenal. And also, what troubles me when I was hearing the fight, that in boxing, when a person throw a punch, you gotta learn how to roll off with the punch with your head movement or your shoulder. And I think that they got quite a few things right. They got quite a few things they have to work on more right, because if he gonna keep on, they're gonna keep on training him like this, he's not gonna last. So that's how I hope they can implement that.
Yeah. And I just want to highlight this chat, this comment by Deanna, one of my loyal subscribers, also a channel member. You know, I think if they fought, I think that it would still go 12. I don't think that Canelo would stop him, but I think Canelo would beat him up really bad, and that would be it for Triple G. Um, and I just don't know. I think his team, whoever's around Triple G right now, needs to humble him real quick. Like I'm just being honest. Like we're talking about a guy Murata. Okay, let's be honest here. Murata. Okay, tough. Sure. Got a chin. Yep. He brought it. He made it interesting. Sure, but what are we really talking about here? We're talking about a guy who fights in straight lines. We're talking about a guy who has no head movement. We're talking about a guy who didn't tie up once.
No.
Right? His only defense was, let me just try to push you out of the way. Right? So what do you think Canelo's going to do to you? Canelo's got head movement. Canelo can counterpunch you. Canelo can go to the body, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you've already had 2 wars. So you know each other very well, but Canelo has the advantage because he's younger and he's in his prime. And people need to understand that. But, I just don't see Triple G being stopped. Unless he fights on in another 5 years, I don't see him being stopped. I think that he's too tough. He's too damn stubborn and hard-headed to get stopped. But I can see him getting beat up. I can see him losing the fight convincingly.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks good. It looks good to Canelo, right? Everyone's like, "Oh yeah, he finally beat the shit out of Triple G," but it's like, well, I mean, the dude's 40. I personally don't want to see it. Personally, I don't want to see it.
I don't want to see it. I think it's be a waste of time. I think that we should concentrate doing something else. I see the last fight. I'm like, yeah, it's okay, but I don't want to see it. I don't. You know.
I don't think diehard boxing fans really want to see it. I mean, I've never. I mean, I think before this fight, when people were, debating on who Canelo should fight next, I did meet some people in real life and a few on YouTube that I respect, anyways, because there's a lot of trolls out here. But there were people like, yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing a trilogy. But now after this fight, I think it's pretty clear that, I mean, Murata was not on Triple G's level. If Murata fought Triple G 5 years ago, Triple G would have stopped him in 6. Like, let's just keep it real,
Right.
right? And so this is what we're looking at here. And, there's very, 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 very few boxers throughout boxing history who can be successful over the age of 36, 37. There's
Right.
very, very few, right? Floyd Mayweather's one of them, Bernard Hopkins and,
Yeah.
and, and George Foreman, and very, very few fighters are able to do that. And we can't forget, too, that Triple G has been in wars, right?
Was right.
He's been,
Uh-huh.
it's not like he's just whitewashing the divisions and nobody's, standing up to him. He's been in some hellacious wars. He's taken some hellacious shots in his career, and people that are around him in his camp need to be really honest with him. I'm not saying retire. All right, you won. Okay. I guess you got a choice. You can retire and sail off into the sunset with a victory, but I know his ego and his pride is not going to allow that.
Right.
This is a tune-up. This is a tune-up fight for him, right?
Right.
So
Yeah, that's true.
he's going to come back and he's going to try to fight a champion. I don't want it to be Canelo. Maybe he'll fight one of the Charlos.
There is some
That,
talking about that. I do hear that a lot last few months. I said about almost a year that the Charlo, that's a possible fight, but I don't know. But yeah, as you know, that's a good point you bring up that after 36, father's time, you know, fits in. And as you see the fight that throughout the years, that the production of the fighter, everything, offense, defense is really really slowed down. And so
mm,
the thing about like Triple G, if he fight one of the Charlo brothers, I mean, like they still young, I would ask Triple G, Cap, are you willing to take that fight on?
mm.
There's something that they need to sit down and discuss because if he fight one of the Charles, I don't see Triple G winning.
Yeah, yeah,
I think boxing anything can happen. Yes, it's an unpredictable gladiator sport. Anything can happen, but try to think Triple G. I mean, they can't have to really sit down to analyze it because
right.
you know.
Yeah, and people got to think about this too. Is that you got to look at it in a boxing perspective. Like, imagine I can speak on experience, right? If
Uh-huh.
I go into a gym and I'm like, oh, it's sparring day, cool. You get your gear, whatever, you get ready. If I'm gonna spar against a young dude, right? Because I'm 36, right?
Mm.
If I'm gonna spar a guy who's 25, I know he's gonna come with a lot of energy. He's gonna look at me as a guy who's older, so he's gonna try to prove himself. And I just need to be relaxed and use my experience, right? But if I'm gonna spar against a guy who's 45, he's 10 years older than me. What I'm worried about, the only thing that I'm worried about is him catching me with something, right? Because he's got that experience. But I'm just going to pressure him, right? I'm just going to bang into him. I'm just going to go to the body. I'm going to kind of, wrap him up, move him a lot, and not let him set his feet and throw. punches or whatever. I'm going to make him uncomfortable. I'm going to force him. I'm going to force the older fighter to use his feet.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what happens. If you fight a guy like Charlo, either one of the Charlos, they're going to force Triple G to use his feet, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what happens to an aging fighter, right? And on the flip side of that, if I'm sparring a guy who's 25, I don't want to use my feet that much. You know what I mean? So I got to figure
Right.
out a way
Mm-hmm.
to how do I keep this kid from bouncing around and trying to use angles and do different things, right? So I got to stay close. And we saw Triple G do that in this fight. He was trying to stay close to Murata so he can bang to the body and pump the jab out. But Murata ain't got no damn footwork. I mean, he ain't
No.
got no footwork. He can't pivot. He can't roll out. He got no defense. So that's the problem, right? So it worked out for Triple G in this fight. And I'm glad he got the win and all that. And, the Triple G fans can be excited. But I think you guys got to pump the brakes a little bit if you're ready to throw him back in there against Canelo.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
up,
Yeah.
Kui? I see Kui in there, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah. I said it again that it's a great win. I call this fight a convenient fight for Triple G. He did enough to win. He used his experience and an experienced Murata.
Mm,
Now, thing about this a Triple G, what you gonna do? Because no matter what fight that Triple G is gonna fight, it's gonna be an uphill climb because now you got like I said, you got father's time on your side now. So he got to make the camp got to make some serious decisions because if you
right.
take Canelo fight, there's no way. If you take it, then all right, I'm not. We gonna stay with Canelo, and then you gonna fight one of the Charlo brothers,
Mm,
and I mean you know for me, I'm just saying for me, I'm not why I ain't I it's not appealing. We got to be honest, it's not appealing.
yeah. I mean, like I said, for the diehard boxing fans, we can't speak for the casuals.
Right,
There are some people out there that wouldn't mind to see Triple G get knocked out or beat up.
right,
And that's an unfortunate thing, in my opinion. I've never rode with that. It's like Holyfield getting into the ring when he's damn near 60. Like, I'm not cool with that because if I don't care if he's fighting a guy who's 40, well, okay, he's 40 and then Holyfield's damn near 60. That ain't cool.
right.
That like this dude got kids. This dude got grandkids. Right? It's like that ain't cool, man. I'm not trying to sit up here and watch an older dude get beat up by a younger dude. I got no problem with Triple G fighting, a guy that's, got a belt. Like tonight, Murata, I think he's 36. Like, okay, that makes sense. But you throw him in there against a young lion who's 25, 26, 27 years old in the prime of their career, and they see a guy like Triple G. So they're thinking, I knocked this dude out. I make a name for myself.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why these older dudes, they get hurt. They get hurt when they get thrown into the ring with one of these lions like that. And that's what people have to understand. Like, yeah, in my head, playing it out, like just freestyling, right? If it's Triple G against one of the Charlos, Triple G will be in there. He'll be putting on a good fight for the first 5 or 6 rounds for sure because he's got that experience. But
Right.
eventually, it's that engine, right? That
Mm-hmm.
engine starts getting slow. It starts slowing down. The feet aren't moving. You're getting shots that you wouldn't get hit with 5, 6, 7 years ago, and now you're just getting beat up. And then it just gets down to will the corner stop it like they did with Murata tonight? I don't know, man. I think that when you're an aging champion like that with the type of resume that you have, a future Hall of Famer in Triple G, or at least I would imagine he would be, you have a hard time throwing in the towel against a fighter like that or for your fighter like that. It's a tough position to be in, right? So what happens? Well, somebody gets beat up.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not personally. I don't have Triple G is not one of my favorite fighters. I have no connection with Triple G in the 160-pound division. I appreciate him and his skills. I watch him, but he's not my favorite fighter. So I'm not biased by saying I don't want to see him get beat up. I don't want to see anybody. I don't want to see any 40-year-old man get beat up. And when if you say, well, Mayweather did it, well, Pacquiao did it, well, Mayweather especially never really showed. I mean, he showed a little bit, and when I mean a little bit, I'm talking like a smidge of
Smith, right?
slowing down.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He didn't show where it was like tonight. It was very clear where Triple G was getting striped with right hands. It was like, we've never saw him get hit with right hands like that before.
Mm-hmm.
Constantly, right? We didn't see that with Mayweather. And Mayweather, even though he got a little bit slower, he adjusted something else in his game to make up for that. Rather, it would be clinching a little bit more. Rather, it would be step 2 and go to the body, or utilize the shoulder roll a little bit better, or take a round off and do a little bit of rope-a-dope. Whatever it is, he would change things to make up for his aging body, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does Triple G have that ability? I didn't see it tonight. Now, Pacquiao as well. He looked great against Keith Thurman.
Right.
But then there was a night and day difference between Keith Thurman and Ugas.
August, yes. It was. Yep.
And that's what happens when you get in your 40s. You can be 40 and feeling great, and you wake up the next morning and you're 42 and you feel like dog shit.
I can tell you one thing. For me being 55, right? I mean, some days I wake up, yeah, I feel good, and that doing the thing. Oh man, my back hurt. I gotta take some. So I understand that it comes and goes. And I'm glad you make that point, because I get ready to say that you never know when you fight. Oh, when you fighting over 40, you don't know. It's unpredictable. I mean, like,
Right.
and then and so that's what sometimes that we get caught up as, oh yeah, no, 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 you don't know. You
Yeah.
just do not know. And I think that I'm glad that you bring it up. And I know when I go back talk about boxing again, I think we should bring those points up, because it's not being talked about enough. Of the father time when I was talking about, and unpredictable. You just don't know.
Right. Yeah, I mean, your body, like when you're in your 20s, you got your little aches and pains or whatever, but with adrenaline and youth and whatever, you can battle through that. But when you start getting into your late 30s and 40s, those aches and pains, you can be in a fight and all of a sudden your whole back cramp up.
Yeah.
Your whole back just seize up. Your back's like, you know what? I've had enough of this bullshit. And you can't move. You know what I mean? Or your knee flares up, your elbow flares up, you get a crick in your neck, or it's just, you got to understand like the wear and tear, and I can't emphasize enough when we talk about aging athletes and aging athletes who are continuingly being successful, like Chris Paul, if you watch basketball, is another example
Yeah.
of that.
Uh-huh.
Right? The dude's like, what is he, 37, 38, and he's just
Yeah.
dropping 15 dimes a night. It's
Hmm.
incredible what he's been able to do. But you're talking about millions of dollars put into his post-game recovery, his off-season recovery. I mean, the dude has changed his diet completely. He's like 100% vegan, like all these
Hmm.
little things just to squeeze out a couple extra years. And even like I'm a Suns fan, right? So I'm
Yeah.
from the Phoenix area. So every time I watch Chris Paul, it's amazing, right? But at the same time, I'm like, if somebody steps on his foot, that can be it.
Yeah.
That's
Uh-huh.
it's over. You know what I mean? And if you lose Chris Paul, then the whole team is fucked. So it's just one of those things, right? Yes, he's an anomaly. Yes, LeBron James is another one, right? To
Right.
to to drop 50 points at 38 years old. But these are rare people. This is very, very rare. And you know, Triple G, unfortunately for him, was involved in 2 wars with Canelo already in his mid-30s,
Right.
right? So you're
Mhm.
just starting to exit out. Your body is, I'm at the age now where I'm like, I can still do quite a lot because I take care of my body, but I'm sure as hell ain't 25 no more. Right? I'm starting to feel it now. And so when you get to
Right.
35, 36, that's where it starts knocking on the door.
Yeah.
That's where your body's like, you've put me through a lot. I can't take it much longer.
Yeah. And I think, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That even like I was playing my godson like last year, we shooting around, just me, just shooting around. Whoa, my body said, you ain't ready. You need to take a
Mhm.
break. And so I said, okay. He said, what? No, you go shoot around. I gotta sit down and stuff like that. I'm just saying that get back to Triple G. I'm just saying, brother Divine. I'm just saying to be honest that what fights that Triple G could have in the near future. I
Mm.
mean, is that a good question to ask?
Yeah, man, I try to put myself in the position like if I'm in his camp, if I'm his manager, if I'm his
Yeah.
trainer, if shit, like if I was his brother, if I was his
Mm,
dad, like what would I be saying to him in the locker room right now? I guess it would be, hey, congratulations on the win. You did what you had to do. You got the stoppage. Cool. Maybe in the locker room's not a good time, but definitely when you go home, because that's the thing, right? Our mind, you can be an 80-year-old man, 90-year-old man, and feel
mhm.
like you're 20,
Right.
right? So he may go home and be like, oh shit, I felt great tonight. Everything looked good, felt good. I'm ready to go fight Charlo. And that's when you need somebody to say, hey, bro, like let's talk about this. Let's look at the tape. Let's look at
Right.
the tape. Let's
Mhm.
look at how many shots you took against a guy who's way slower than either one of the Charlos
Right.
and has no defensive ability, has really very limited counter punching ability. And let's look at this, critically. I guess you can approach it like, all right, we're going to train to try and knock out one of the Charlos. Our whole like Rocky type shit. Rocky when he's 50.
Mhm.
Just
Yeah.
train to try and just knock him out. And
Mhm.
and and you train for 5 hard rounds and you try to knock out Charlo. If we can't get past 5 and we burn ourselves out, then it is what it is.
Mhm.
Maybe there may be some people thinking, "Oh, Divine, that's stupid. You got to train for 12." Well, then I got to say, so you want me if I'm Triple G's trainer, I want to train a 40, maybe getting close to 41 by the time the fight's made, to say, all right, man, we're going to try to train for 12 rounds and try to outbox this kid and try to outwork this kid, right? This ain't Murata, right?
Right.
So, that's just how I feel about it. And if you're Triple G and you're thinking, look, man, I just want one big hoorah. I want one big title shot. I want to sail off in the sunset by winning a belt and beating a young champion. I got to respect that. You know, I don't want to drag a man down when he's feeling good and wants to be a legend in the sport. But I would say we got to make a plan to where we just got to shock. We got to shock the young fighter. We got to come after him quick and just try to hurt him early and grab those belts and run. You know what I mean? Just get the
Right.
belts and go. And that's it. That would literally be my plan if I was Triple G's coach.
Yeah. Let's put everything to it. Wherever it is, grab, run, and that's it. But again, ah, father's time. That's all I can
Mm-hmm.
say. Father's
Yeah.
time, and this
Well,
is reality. You know.
yeah, and a lot of people coming in here in the beginning of the stream were saying this is the night. This is the night Triple G's getting stopped, you
Mm-mm.
know, and all this different stuff. And I was like, I don't know. I don't think Murata's the guy. Maybe,
Nah,
maybe, but I saw a massive discrepancy pretty much in round 1 and 2. Even though I gave Murata round 2 and 3, I think Triple G was feeling it out. But it was pretty clear early the vast experience difference. I mean,
right.
it's pretty obvious.
Well, yeah,
Um,
yeah, that's true. But I know on my channel last night we talked about some boxing, and I picked my rider because I thought this is what I was thinking. I said, okay, they're gonna make some changes. They're gonna make some adjustments. They gonna go to the body. This is what I was saying. They can go to the body. They can slow Triple G up. And they can win by a decision. But I know in the back of my head, it's Triple G experience.
mm,
And by you calling the fight, I was like this, like, yeah, Triple G, it's going to be a matter of time Triple G will catch up because, again, Murata did not make the like I said, they did not make no adjustments. And against Triple G, you have to make adjustments. They did not. As you call the fight, I'm hearing this. I'm like, you should know better.
mm.
But good way for Triple G. He did what he had to do. He stopped it. He was a KG veteran, and that's what you're supposed to do. But like I said, but for Mariah, y'all gonna go back to the lab, work on some things.
Mm.
Because if he gonna fight this way, how about if he fighting somebody else that is younger? That's all I
Right.
say. So I
Yeah.
got to get out of here and take care of something. But thank you so much. Very much appreciated.
Yeah, man. Oh, yeah, we definitely I'll come on your channel eventually. I see you sending me links all the time, man. It's just, I'm not on here as often as you and a lot of the other channels. But we're gonna make it happen one of these days, man, for sure. I
Definitely,
appreciate your your open panel talks, especially about real life stuff. That's something that I probably want to get involved in, and even boxing. Like I'm open to all of it, but we're gonna make it happen.
definitely. You keep up the good work too. Props.
Yeah, I appreciate your support.
Anytime. Peace.
All right. All right, guys. So if you guys are just joining in or just chilling, sitting back, I know it's early still for the most part in the States. And if you weren't able to hear me commentate live during the fight, I'll just do a real quick recap of how I saw the fight, how I scored the fight. I'll just give you guys some quick thoughts again about Triple G and what I think that he should do next. And then I'm going to go ahead and call it a night for me and a morning for you and move on and do other things that I need to get done tonight. But I will be back on here tomorrow morning for me. I guess it'll be tonight for you guys in the States. I'll be commentating the Ryan Garcia fight. That's another fight where it's kind of like, will Ryan Garcia get upset? Because a lot of people were interested in this fight because they thought that Triple G was going to get upset. I mean, quite literally, I had a poll in this chat before I, started commentating the fight, and there was like 30% of the people saying out of about 100 votes, 30% was saying Triple G is going to get stopped. So once again, we have a situation where Ryan Garcia, he's not very well liked amongst a lot of people here, at least in the boxing YouTube community. And he's also coming off a layoff, right? And so I don't know. We're going to see what happens, but I'll be back here to commentate on that fight tonight for you guys. And so make sure you don't miss it. If you're new to the channel, make sure you click that notification bell so as soon as I go live, you guys can jump right back in and join another great live commentary by your boy Divine Sense Boxing. But let me go ahead and give you guys a real quick breakdown for those people, like I said, who joined a little bit late. I can tell you guys how I got the card. I got my handy dandy scorecard here. You guys know I always score round by round as I go, and I scored it. It was a 9th round stoppage, so obviously 8 rounds being scored. I had it 5-3, 5 rounds for Triple G, 3 rounds for Murata. I gave Murata the second and third rounds, and I gave him the 7th round. Other than that, the big chunk, round 4 to 6, 4, 5, 6, where it was Triple G just effective with the jab, just pumping it out, pumping it out, pumping it out, and going to the body, and just outworking Murata. I mean, at that point there was no devastating punches yet, but if you're jabbing 15 times to Murata's 2 right hands, you're going to lose a round. I mean, it is what it is. I gave the 7th to Murata because I felt like Triple G I think he took that round off. And then round 8 is towards the end of the 8th. Triple G started to impose his will, really started to break him down. Murata slowed down significantly. And then, of course, that 9th round, about a minute left, Triple G landed a big right hand, kind of spun Murata around a little bit, and then he went on a knee, and his corner threw in the towel. So, yes, it was a corner stoppage tonight if you missed it. It was a corner stoppage by Murata's quarter, and that's the way it ended. So that's my quick recap of how I commentated the fight, or how the fight went, more or less. And just to kind of recap my thoughts about Triple G and what he does next, it's hard to say. I had my man in here earlier. If you guys were in here, we were kind of chopping it up. And, one thing that we have to take into consideration, and I know we hate to talk about it, but, Triple G is 40 years old. I did see him a little bit slower tonight, especially with his footwork, being able to move away out of punches. And that's what you see with aging fighters. That's a very, very common trait with older fighters is they have the IQ, right? They have the ring generalship. They have the experience. They can do great things. They can still look like they're good, but it's those slight things, those differences where you can't get out of way of punches anymore. You see it coming. You can't do anything about it. And when you go up against a young, hungry lion or a strong champion like Canelo, you can get seriously hurt. You can get beat up, you can get dropped, you can get stopped, and all these different things. And I just don't know if I personally have the interest in that. It wasn't a situation where Triple G completely just blasted Murata out of there. 5 years ago, Triple G knocks out Murata within 5 or 6, and it wouldn't have been close. But tonight, it was a fight. It was a fight because I hate to say it, but I do believe that age was a bit of a factor. And we see it, like I was mentioning it earlier with Manny Pacquiao, for example. He came in and did very well against Keith Thurman. Everybody was shocked, right? Everyone's like, damn, Manny Pacquiao, he's 40, whatever he was at the time. Can't believe he was able to perform like that against a young, champion like Keith Thurman. And then we saw a completely different Pacquiao when he fought Ugas. Ugas just beat him to the punch all the time, was sharper, faster, and it just wasn't the same Pacquiao anymore. I mean, it's just simple as that. And so Pacquiao will be a legend in the sport. He's a future Hall of Famer, one of the pound-for-pound best that we've seen in this generation, and everyone gives him that credit, or if they don't, they should. But there's no more reason to continue it. I think that with Manny Pacquiao, it made sense, right? Because he shocked everybody. He beat Keith. And then he comes back to kind of, say, hey, maybe I got more. And he found out that he didn't. And he was smart enough to say, all right, it's done. My career's over. And I'm thankful for that because I wasn't the biggest Manny Pacquiao fan for years. I was in more support of Floyd Mayweather during their whole kind of fiasco, just based off of styles and things like that. But Manny Pacquiao is a legend of the sport, and he's been knocked out before. He's been knocked out brutally before. And I don't want to see a 42-year-old man with children, go too long and too far and get seriously injured. So I'm not necessarily saying that Triple G is at the point where he can't put up a good fight and he should hang him up. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that there is some evidence, some very clear evidence that he's just not the Triple G of old anymore. He's not the Triple G that went to war with Canelo, that had these big fights, and knocking dudes out with body shots, and just fighting younger guys and outclassing them. I just didn't see that tonight. I saw a guy who was way more experienced than Murata. Murata brought it for as much as he possibly could, but Murata was outclassed. I mean, I knew that going into this fight, that he's the underexperienced fighter, and he's probably going to be outclassed. But will Triple G, get tired and get caught with something? Murata's tough. He's rugged. Could he break him down, land something big? Okay, let's see what happens. But I'm not really shocked by this result personally. I'm really not. And a lot of people came in here. Oh, bro, this is the day, Devon. This is the day, and this is the day. And I'm like, all right, well, let's see, because there is such a thing called experience, and it's not like Murata's bringing a whole tool bag to the fight. Like, he's not bringing a bunch of skill. Like, I hate to be that blunt, because I appreciate Murata and what he did tonight, and he's a warrior in my eyes, no doubt about it. But I mean, let's keep it real. I mean, this is the sweet science. He didn't bring a bunch of talent to the table. Okay, and that's just what it is, and that's how I feel about it. What's up, K Rod? I see you, bro. Jay Smooth, did Triple G have COVID? I heard something. Yeah, I did hear something, but I don't know if it's true or not. And rather that played a role or not. Yeah, I appreciate it, Deanna. And that's just how I feel about Triple G. Do I want to see him again? I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind. I watch, I don't know, in the last 10 years, I probably watched 85 to 90% of Triple G's fights. He's always a pleasure to watch. It's always entertaining. I just want to see him come back in the right fight. And if he does come back and somehow negotiates his way into a Charlo fight, you got the Charlo Castaño fight coming up, right? If he somehow negotiates his way to fight the winner of that, I can't be disappointed. I'm going to be leery. I'm going to be cautious. I'm going to be like, damn, like, this is not a Murata. This is either a Castaño or a Charlo. Like, this is serious. And I want to see him. I want to see Triple G go into a fight like that and try to knock one of these young dudes' head off. Straight up. Ain't no point at 40 years old to try and condition your body and try to do a 12-round match against two, well, especially for Charlo, styles make fights, right? A very sharp counter puncher, has never really shown signs of fatigue late in fights. And so if it's me, I'm going just going straight at him. If I'm Triple G, right? Coming at him, ripping to the body, make him uncomfortable, land something big, and see if you can get him out of there. And if not, then I think you're setting yourself up for a situation where once you get past round 6, 7, 8, you either one going to be too far behind the scorecards, or two, you're just setting yourself up to take a lot of damage. And this is no disrespect to Triple G and what he's done in his career, the abilities that he possesses. But unfortunately, we just have to keep it real, right? This is a one-on-one combat gladiator sport we're talking about. But if you even want to put it in context of like basketball, right? If I made the analogy earlier, or the comparison with Chris Paul and the Phoenix Suns at 38, whatever he is, 37, 38, still being able to do what he does, but he has talent around him, right? He's able to manage the game and do what he does and be proficient and continue to be successful. But would Chris Paul beat Ja Morant one-on-one? Like, oh yeah, Chris Paul got some moves. He's got some savvy. He can knock a couple jumpers on you and put Ja Morant on his heels a little bit. But eventually, Ja Morant is going to cross over, blow past his ass, and just dunk on him. He doesn't even have to pull up and do any type of 20-footers, right? He's just young and quick and strong and explosive. This is the reality that we have to accept, right? So that's the best way that I can break it down for everybody. Jane and Bernie says, but are we forgetting that Triple G had a 2-year layoff, a little bit rusty? It's hard to compare Pacquiao wars to Triple G, one loss and not a bunch of wars. I want to see one more big fight and ride out. Yeah, like I said, I don't necessarily have a problem with, I mean, if he comes back and fights Charlo or Castaño or even Canelo, I don't think the Canelo fight's going to happen, but let's just throw it out there. If any of those fights happen, am I going to watch? Yeah. Am I going to think that Triple G has a chance in those fights? Yeah. Or I see Stormy in here mention somebody. I didn't catch the name. I think he said Munguia, but any of these guys, right? Yeah, Munguia. So I would watch it. Does he have a chance? Absolutely. But I'm not going to just dismiss the fact that the man is 40 years old. And he just fought a guy who is a C plus. I mean, I think I'm being generous. A C plus, B minus fighter. I mean, that's being super generous in my opinion. Yeah, rusty, 2 years off, whatever. So I guess, you know what I mean? But you just have to weigh all these factors. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to be too harsh. I feel like the stoppage in the fight tonight was warranted. I mean, Triple G started to come on late in the fight and did what he did. I don't know, man. I just been around the sport for a very long time, and there's a thing about boxing where it's called trends, right? Trending in one direction or the other. It's a sport where the slightest discrepancy is a mile in boxing, right? And is it ring rust or is it age? Or is it a little bit of both? Right? That's, as boxing fans, we have to surmise on that and come to a conclusion on that. If you're going to come out here and continue to build up Triple G, if you say, "Oh well, I think he's damn good for 40," I don't think age is a factor yet. It's just ring rust. All right. Well, if that's the case, if he comes back and fights Charlo or Castaño and he gets his ass whooped, what are you going to say? Oh, I guess he is kind of old now. I get, because that's what happened with Pacquiao. That's literally what happened with Pacquiao. He beat Keith, and everyone was like, "Oh shit, Pacquiao, he's 40 and he's still got it. He's fast, he's quick, da 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 da." And that catapulted him, propelled him, slingshotted him into the Ugas fight. When Earl Spence dropped out, it was Pacquiao, and everyone was like, "Yeah, why not?" But what did we witness? We witnessed deterioration of the body. Age was one of the main factors in that fight. I don't care what anybody thinks, right? And when Pacquiao lost, and he lost convincingly, everyone came out and said, "Oh, well, yeah, I guess Pacquiao, I guess he's old now." Well, you weren't saying that a year ago. You're saying that he's like the greatest old fight, as far as old fighters are concerned, he's one of the best to ever do it. And see, that's where it's like, I just don't like to play that game personally. I like to call it for what it is. And that's it. And that's what I'm doing, right? So that's just my opinion on it. Joe the Beast, what's good, man? Yeah, I hear you, Hamza. I hear you. What's he going to do versus Canelo? Jab and follow. He couldn't do much but jab and follow in the first two matchups. Canelo has moved up since then, and Triple G fought the Rolls of the World, lost to Sergey too. Yeah, I just, yeah, I don't want to see the Canelo fight, man. Not from what I saw tonight. I just don't. I just don't. I saw Deanna in here. Shout out to Deanna. I saw Deanna saying that she thinks that Canelo will stop Triple G. I don't know about that, but I see Canelo beating him up. I don't think it'll be pretty. And I hate to say this. I really do, because I'm not the biggest Canelo fan out there. A lot of you guys know my channel. You guys know this about me. I respect Canelo and his abilities and his skill. I'm more or less on the same page as BFTB in regards to Canelo. Load of skill, load of talent, but disappointing in some aspects and how he's shifted his way and hopscotched his way in his career. That is just my opinion. But I'm a realist. I'm a realist, right? And I see it for what it is. And Canelo, hate him or love him, is a very skillful fighter. Is he as big as the Canelo dick riders make him out to be? No, but he's damn good, and he's younger. And that's just what it is. And I think he hurts Triple G, like not like hurt, like stop him and hurt him, but like hurt him to where we won't see Triple G again. That's just my opinion. Yeah, my man K Ross says Canelo brutally hurts Triple G. Yeah. I mean, yeah, Teach, I hear you, bro. Like, if they make the fight, it's gonna sell. There's no question about that. If they make a Triple G and Canelo fight, it's gonna sell. There's no doubt about that. But you know, I think diehard fans are a bit remiss. You know what I mean? I think we're a bit like, I don't know. I'll probably go to my uncle's house and watch it. I don't know if I want to buy that shit. You know, it's kind of like one of those things. But yeah, I mean, Canelo supporters, Triple G supporters, those who always buy one or another's fights, they're gonna buy it for sure. For sure, it's a no-brainer, right? Pay-per-view wise and promotional wise, no-brainer. Like, let's just make it. And I don't know if you guys noticed in the build-up to this fight tonight with Triple G and Murata, before the ring walks, they spent 30 minutes on DAZN building up Triple G. They literally said nothing about Murata the whole damn time. It was all about Triple G, Triple G, Triple G. And why? Why did they do that? It's not just because he's a household name. It's not because he is who he is. He's the big drama show, Triple G, whatever. It's also because they gotta instill confidence in a man who, let's be honest, 2 years layoff and is 40 years old. So if you make a fight against Canelo, the promotional side of things is going to be lopsided. It has to be. You have to convince the public that Triple G still got a chance. He's still this guy that we remember from 6-7 years ago, right? Knocking dudes out with body shots and walking dudes down and landing big looping right hands and pumping the jab in people's face and you know, all this different stuff that he used to do. So the promotional side of things will be lopsided because they have no choice. And they kind of did it with Bernard Hopkins too, towards the end of his career when he was the alien, if you all remember that. Is that there's an emphasis on, oh, he's Bernard, right? You know, he can still do this. Can he make it till he's 50? But that's what you have to do with an aging fighter in this sport. So, you know, this is why you guys, you know, are subscribed to Divine Says Boxing, you know, and for all of my supporters out there, especially my channel members, I just put a link, by the way, in the chat. If you want to become an official member of the channel, get your exclusive videos and perks and stuff like that for only $2. There it is. But, you know, for all of my loyal subscribers out there, you know, I apologize for not being as active as I would like to be. Once upon a time, I was, you know, going live at least 2 or 3 times a week. I don't do that anymore, but there is a reason why you're subscribed to the channel. You know you're going to get it raw. You're going to get it authentic. You're going to get it genuine. And you know I'm going to break this shit down scientifically, especially when it comes down to the sweet science, right? And I'll commentate on these fights. I give fight predictions and breakdowns and stuff like that. But that's what you're going to get here. I don't jump on bandwagons. You know, I don't like ride this train of like, oh, I'm sick of Triple G. He's going to get knocked out. People came into the fucking live stream voting in the poll saying that Murata's going to pull this big upset. And I was like, yeah, I've been around too long to fall for that one. Right. And it fell apart very quickly for Murata. I mean, by the time I hit the seventh round, it was, well, at least the sixth round. Well, 4, 5, 6, you can easily give 4, 5, 6, and 7 to Triple G clean slate if you wanted to. I gave Murata the 7th because I feel like Triple G took it off. But it started falling apart for Murata very quickly. And I knew that was going to happen. So that's why you guys are here. And I'm going to be here for the Ryan Garcia fight. And now that I'm on the topic, I'm going to keep it real with the Ryan Garcia fight too. The guy that he's fighting, he's a tough customer. Murata, a tough customer. Murata brought it tonight. Murata wasn't scared, right? I don't think the guy that Ryan's going to fight, later tonight, I don't think he's going to be scared either. I think he's going to bring it. I think he's going to try to come and see what Ryan's made out of. But, Ryan's not a Triple G. I'm not saying he's a Triple G. But Ryan, hate him or love him, and trust me when I say this, Ryan Garcia irritates the shit out of me to the point where when I scroll on IG and I see his face, I just keep it moving. Like the shit that he says and the pictures and the things that I see of him, like I just keep being reminded of all the bullshit that he was involved with Jake Paul, Logan Paul, and just all the shenanigans and BS. Like I just he just irritates me beyond belief. But the kid is very talented. Ryan Garcia is talented. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, he ain't talented, Divine. He ain't fought nobody. Well, yeah, I mean, there's a lot stiffer competition out there. 100% I agree with you that he hasn't fought yet. But once again, I see what I see. The kid is talented, right? And for me, with Ryan Garcia, it's not a question of his talent in this fight coming up tonight. The question is his heart. If a guy is going to bring it to him and get into his chest and take his best shots, what is Ryan Garcia going to do? I think it's going to be very clear. We're going to find out. Yeah, I'm going to see you all on here tonight. And y'all remember what I'm saying, man. Remember it. We're going to see early the talent discrepancy. We're going to see it. Ryan Garcia is going to look faster, sharper, and stronger, especially early. I promise you that. But he's going to bring it. The dude is going to bring it to Ryan around 5, 6, 7. Then we're going to see what Ryan's made out of. Right? That's when we're really going to know. This is not a question of, oh, Ryan's not talented enough to win this fight. And it's not even a question in my mind. He's not talented enough to fight like Tank Davis or someone like that. He's talented. I've seen enough of him fighting and training and whatnot to know that he's talented. But he's got this kind of like Oscar De La Hoya complex. Oscar De La Hoya, extremely talented, extremely accomplished, Hall of Famer. But eventually, he crumbled because of this instability. Too many yes men, too many skeletons in the closet, too much weird shit going on in his life. And he just fell apart. He disintegrated. And he's got this nasty little stain on a stellar career. De La Hoya does. And I see Ryan Garcia going down that same path. But tonight, we're gonna see what Ryan Garcia is gonna. We're gonna see what he's made out of. And I'm looking forward to commentating this fight tonight more than this fight tonight. To be honest with you, I almost didn't commentate this fight because I was like, I knew Triple G was gonna win it. I just didn't. I just didn't make a fight prediction because it's just not. I don't know. It's just not an important fight for me personally. But I'm a little bit surprised at the towel being thrown in, but I'm not surprised at the result. But tonight's fight, I'm looking forward to that, right? Because somebody who I look at boxing in two lenses sometimes, right? I got one lens where it's like the sweet science, the critical breakdowns. I look at it. I don't see personality. I don't see color, race, creed, nothing. I just see a fighter. I see a man, or if I'm commentating or breaking down women, I see a woman. That's it. That's all I see. And I break it down. Boop, 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 and Ryan Garcia is talented, right? Then the other lens is the irritation, right? The clownish behavior, the route that he's taking, which is similar to De La Hoya when he started to get stardom and fame, and it started going sideways. And I see the same tendencies and the stupidity and the clownish behavior all over social media and all that, right? So it's like I'm a bit torn, right? But because of that, it makes it very interesting for me to see how this fight unfolds tonight, if that makes sense. Because if he wins, I'm like, well, hey, I try to tell you guys that the kid is talented. Hate him or love him. It is what it is. If he loses, though, then it's like, take this humble, this piece of humble pie and eat that shit humbly and go and sit back in the corner and take a timeout. And I'm cool with that because he probably needs that. DP Rock in the building, man. What's up? Double check these likes. We finally got over 100 likes, man. Salute to everybody who came in, man. I appreciate you. We finally got those likes over 100. I see Jeff, my man Jeffrey in the building, man. What's good? Yeah, Ryan has got hand speed, but I question his mental. Then he stands straight up. He has bad footwork. His defense ain't good. Can Ryan make that switch when he's forced to fight? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I mean, I got to give him a little bit credit. He definitely has hand speed. He goes to the body very well. He's got pop. Ryan Garcia has hands, period. Hand speed, combinations. He can crack. He's got all that, right? But I do agree. His footwork is mediocre. His defense is mediocre. And yeah, he does stand straight up a lot. Not a lot of head movement. And he gets caught with short punches a lot, meaning that he gets caught on the inside of his punches. Let me take this comment down so you guys can see what I'm saying. So if he throws a jab, he gets caught short a lot. Ryan does, or he gets hit with uppercuts a lot as he's coming in with these ranging shots. You can get underneath Ryan Garcia, right? So these little things I see and I notice, but he's not absent of skill. Yeah, he's definitely a Oscar De La Hoya, definitely Hall of Famer. Ain't no question about it. Ain't no question about it. And he did take on the tough fights, the Trinidad's and the Hopkins and like pretty much everybody. I'm more so pointing towards the prima donna type behavior. That's what I'm talking about, and the similarities between De La Hoya and Ryan Garcia. That's the path I'm talking about. Divine, can you do a stream on forgotten professional techniques soon, like cross arm defense, professional clinching, parrying, etc.? Yeah, definitely, definitely. I think to do a live stream, I can talk about it, but I think a video is probably better to really, because I need someone else. It's hard to demonstrate it by yourself. I've learned that over the years talking about technical stuff like that. But if I can get somebody to jump onto the live stream and do it with me, that would work as well. But yeah, I mean, I don't know how many people would really be interested in it. Most people in the community, they're fans, right? They're fans. They come in, they watch fights, they bet, they cheer, they're fans, right? So it'll be a very exclusive thing. And you are a channel member, Hamza, and some of you guys are a channel members. So I might just make it for the channel members a video like that. But it's been in the back of my mind for sure, making a video like that. Yeah. Well, I think I will call that a night, everybody. I appreciate, man. Like we finally got to that 100 like mark. We had a lot of viewers in here at one point, man. And for all of those people who took the time to make sure you hit that like button, and if you shared the video and all that good stuff, much love and appreciation for all the new subscribers that have been hanging out, chilling. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Welcome to the Kingdom of Divine Sense Boxing. That's what we do here. We talk boxing. And looking forward to seeing more new people commenting and out of the love of the sport of boxing, man. That's what it's all about. And like I said, I will be back here tonight, man. Tonight. Ryan Garcia, how's it going to unfold? I will have a poll up of everyone's prediction, right? Like right now, when you get out of this live stream, go to my channel, you'll see a scheduled live stream, a scheduled live stream on my channel, which you can go straight to and vote in the poll right now. Let the people know who you think is going to win this Ryan Garcia fight. Just click open it. You'll see the scheduled part. You can still click on it, open it up. You'll see the poll, vote in the poll. So when I come on here tonight to get the live stream pumping, I'm going to see where that poll's at to see what people are thinking. That's going to get the energy and the vibe pumping a little bit, get the juices flowing before the fight kicks off. So looking forward to that. And, it's another fight. Will we get an upset? We didn't get an upset for this one. Will we get one later tonight? We'll see. It's been a while since we've had an upset. I think the last big upset was probably Kambosos and Teofimo Lopez. I think like a big upset. So let's see if we get another one tonight. And it's been a pleasure. I'm going to go and do my things because it's nighttime for me. So dinner, shower, bed, all that stuff, wake up in the morning and grind it out with you guys once again for another big fight. Until then, I appreciate everybody. If anybody sent me a Cash App, by the way, if you sent a Cash App, I don't have my phone, but I will check later, and I will definitely make sure that I thank you later if you did send me a Cash App during this live stream. But I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here, guys. I'll see you guys later tonight. Right? Don't forget, save it. It's all scheduled. Catch you guys here tonight for the Ryan Garcia fight, and see you then. Stay strong, stay positive. It's your boy Divine. Peace.